Well, hey everybody, it's your good buddy 650 here, and today we're going to do something really cool. We're going to start off a series of videos on the channel comparing two of my motorbikes against each other, and today we're going to ride the R1250GS adventure back to back with my Suzuki Hayabusa. That should be pretty amazing. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you're already a subscriber, tap that bell and you'll get notified when new content is uploaded.
So this is what I use my GS for mostly. This is my form of adventure. I took it off-road just one time, didn't like it. The bike got filthy, disgusting, and it's a very big motorcycle, so it wasn't that easy for me to move it around in an off-road setting. So now I just use my R1250GS adventure for long distance commuting. Oh, look at that C8 Corvette. I gotta get close to that guy. Nice. I think that's rapid blue with yellow striping on it. He's got temporary tags. That's a great colorway there. Everybody's driving next to it to get a view of it. He needs the high wing spoiler. He only has the Z51 spoiler on it right now. But what a great vehicle. And he doesn't have his top off either. On a beautiful day like today, you need to have that top off when cruising in your fantastic C8 Corvette. Well, he's got yellow interior, yellow calipers. Oh yeah. I like it. But back to the GS adventure. I like this bike too. And how does it compare to my Hayabusa? Well, they're both, kind of look at that C8 more. Let me get behind it. That's a very nice vehicle. He needs a fab speed exhaust on it. He just got it, so we'll give him some time. But once that car is properly spec'd out, it's such an awesome machine. It's got the head-up display. That's a 3LT package. That man knows how to spec out a vehicle. But back to this. So how does this compare to the Hayabusa? Man, they're both very comfortable machines. Of course, this one sits up taller. This one has two navigation systems. It's almost impossible to get lost when riding the R1250GS adventure. But they're both just great motorcycles. They both have quick shifted auto blip. But the instruments cluster, the gauges on this one are a little better. It's full TFT, all digital, no analog anywhere. It's just a great bike. This one, of course, has heated grips, 2 stages of heated grips, whereas the S1000 has 3 stages. You'd think they'd put 3 stages on the adventure bike, but no. No. Although the new R1250GS Adventure does have a heated seat, so that's very nice. I have an aftermarket Touratech heated seat on mine. But this thing cruises right along. I also have the Akramovich full titanium exhaust on this bike with a Brent tuning ECU flash, and it totally woke this machine up. When you disable traction control on this adventure bike, it wheelies out of control. Adam Wahid would love that. Me, not so much. The bike is a little big to be wheeling down the road. As I just engaged the auto blipper to click down the gear. Silky smooth on this machine. So we know that it can cruise on the highway with the best of them. At great speeds, very comfortable. But it can also do some twisty road shenanigans as well. So this is what the GS loves the most. Cruising back roads, country roads, fire roads, twisty roads, and even the track. If you're a track guy like my good buddy Mark Young, they can have a great time on the R1250. And this is what I love about the bike so much, and this surprises a lot of people at just how nimble this machine is, how easily it turns. For a bike this large, that's a major, major accomplishment. But nothing for the guys at, for the engineers at BMW. They've been doing this for many, many years. They created the adventure bike segment over 35 years ago. So it's only natural that they improved upon the R1250 over the years. And this was just an amazing bike. Suspension soaks up these bumps and these roads very nicely. I can't wait to jump on the Hayabusa back to back and try to figure out how that thing compares to this as far as road handling, comfort and stuff like that on bumpy roads. One thing that's really cool about the GS, because it's so tall you can stand up. Give your buttocks a break when you're riding it. That's nice. But again, we're talking about two different segments of motorcycles. Adventure and, you know, super sports or sport touring, if you want to call the Hayabusa that. Two different segments. But the bikes have similarities as far as comfort and stuff like that. Is it to the point where you can actually say, well, which one should you buy, this one or that one? Well, you probably can't do that because they're so different. It's great having a Hayabusa that you can open up and hit some ridiculous speeds, 200 miles an hour. And it's also nice having this bike. You can stand up when riding. It's got 3 available bags you can carry stuff in for long journeys. So there are 2 different machines altogether. But guess what? They're both very fantastic bikes. They're both the leader of their segment. The Hayabusa is the undisputed king. Look at these bumps, yeah. Of the sport touring segment. The GS, undisputed king of the adventure bike segment. Two fantastic machines, and I'm very, very happy to possess both of them so I can switch up my riding style whenever I want to. And if you guys are interested in starting a collection for your own, the Hayabusa and the GS would be great bikes to include in your collection and to grace your garage. I shift, by the way, I'm using either the quick shift or the amazing auto blip, and it is absolutely great. Silky smooth on this bike. You can have a lot of fun on the R1250GS Adventure. Can you have this much fun on the big bad Hayabusa? Well, you know what? Let's find out. Yes. The answer is yes. You can have just as much fun riding your Hayabusa as I did riding the R1250GS Adventure. Totally different riding bikes indeed, but they are both really outstanding machines. This one gives you a rush of raw power and acceleration like no other. And it has phenomenal brakes now. Really, really great brakes. For all of you second gen and first gen Hayabusa owners, step up to the third gen, you're gonna love the brakes. They're just amazing. But the comfort of this seat, so plush and so thick, it makes me wonder why manufacturers put those razor thin seats on the super sport motorcycles. I mean, if it's just to save weight, I think that we would all rather have a more comfortable seat than a few ounces of reduced weight. But this bike is just amazing. the way that it handles on the road. You can take this bike on long trips just like you would on your GS, and you'd have an amazing time doing it. I'm sure you can fit some bags on this thing, although I wouldn't for mine, but you could put some bags so you can carry stuff, and it wouldn't be a problem on the big bad Busa, because with all the torque that you get pretty much instantly from this machine, you'll forget about those bags in 1 second after riding this sick savage of a machine. So I get a lot of comments from folks saying, oh, the Busa's huge, it's big, it doesn't turn, it's not nimble. I mean, look at this thing. It turns in a parking lot very nicely, and it turns on the street very nicely. It can switch directions, it can go where you're pointed without a problem whatsoever. And such a smooth throttle on this machine. It's really great. Even with these stock twin canisters that are super quiet, back here in the woods all by yourself, that's no problem. But the real fun that you're going to have is when you actually put this thing on the road. And that's what happens when you whap the throttle. On the big bad Busa, you get that rush. On the GS, you get a rush as well, but it points you more upward. And doesn't keep you quite as planted on the ground. Two amazing machines indeed. I mean, one should never have to pick between the ultimate adventure bike and the ultimate sport touring machine. You should really be fortunate enough to have both. And if you have to make me pick between the Busa and the R1250GS Adventure, my pick is, wait for it, both. I must have both. Or I just don't feel complete with just one of these amazing machines. Because one day I might want to, you know, stand up, do some long cruising on the GS, on the highway, take it on some fire roads, take it through a stream or something. And then the other days, I might feel like just being in smackdown mode. And so for that, I prefer to have the Busa. Just like I prefer to hit this road one more time. Great machines indeed. They love the back roads, they love twisty corners, they love brutal acceleration, both of them. You have got to add both the newly restyled 2022 Hayabusa and the R1250GS Adventure to your motorcycle collection. That's an order. And if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you're already a subscriber, tap that bell and you'll get notified when new content is uploaded, huh? Yeah. So next up in the video installment of the bike comparisons will be my Ducati Panigale V4R versus the Panigale 1199R. We'll see if the old technology can stand up to the new flavor of the V4R. And we'll see which one of those bikes I prefer. Alright folks, after that, we're going to compare the 2013 BMW HP4 to the 2021 BMW M1000 RR to see which one of those bikes are amazing. Okay folks, thanks for viewing the video, and I'll catch you next time on the 650EB YouTube channel.